Hey, what's up? My name is Lee. I'd like to welcome you back to this video where what we're going to do is we're going to continue in unwrapping our mesh, and by the end of this video we should have it all unwrapped, and we'll go ahead and pack that up and just go ahead and fix up some of the minor issues here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing is we're going to deal with this this golden piece right here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and select one of these edges, and I'm going to go ahead and just loop, and I'm going to go ahead and convert that, and I'm going to go ahead and select maybe the inside here, maybe this one. Looks to be pretty good. Let's make sure we're actually selecting the correct piece of geometry here. So let's see, maybe this one. This would be pretty good. Let's go ahead and choose a loop, and let's go ahead and convert that, and then we're going to go ahead and select one of these edges here. Let's go ahead and choose loop, and again we're going to do the same thing here. Now once actually we can undo that. Once we've done that, let's just undo that, and then let's go ahead and select one half of this, and you can see that now we only have one half of this selected. And so what we can do is we can go ahead and let's go ahead and choose planar, and let's go ahead and turn off the normal and set this to Y. Alright, and once we've done that, we need to zoom all the way up, and this is what we get. Alright, and let's go ahead and move this out, and let's go ahead and select the second backside piece here. Let's go ahead and select one piece of geometry. Let's go ahead and fill that, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. And once we do that, we're going to get something that looks like this. Now, once we've done that, we can go ahead and line these up, and we need to go ahead and choose select, and go ahead and choose inverted. So it's actually this piece right here that is inverted. So let's go ahead and go to tools and go ahead and choose flip. Let's see, horizontal should be pretty good. Then we just go ahead and select both of these, and let's go ahead and detach these. So let's go ahead and choose break. So we get something that looks like this, and let's go ahead and move this over here and move this over here. And we just want to separate these. What we're going to do is we're going to rejoin these as one long piece later. So yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one of these, and let's go ahead and choose tools, relax, and let's go ahead and just relax all of these pieces first so they are nicely UV'd. Alright, and then let's go and take, say, these pieces, and let's just go ahead and deselect these and these, and let's right click and choose stitch selected. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and select these again and go to tools, relax, and go ahead and relax this up. Okay, relax. Maybe we can, nope. Okay, so once we've done that, now what we need to do is go ahead and double click this and choose stitch selected. Alright, do the same here and stitch selected, and that's going to head and stitch those. And what we want to do now is go ahead and relax this entire thing, which should make an attempt at straightening this out for us. Okay, so let's just take this middle selection and choose tools, relax. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this for this entire thing. Tools, relax. Okay, and then we need to go ahead and do the same thing over here. So let's go ahead and just do this. Let's go ahead and choose stitch selected, and then we're going to double click and choose stitch selected, and double click this one and choose stitch selected, and then we can go ahead and select our polygons and go to tools, relax, make sure this is set by polygon angles, and go ahead and choose to relax this. And let's go ahead and apply this a few more times. Maybe we can do something like this, and then something like this. Yeah, so here's what we need to do. Let's go ahead and take all this and then do this. So this should almost straighten this out for us. It's going to leave us with a slight issue, but that's okay. Just like this slight issue right here. We can go ahead and manually fix this just by pressing grow and do something like this. Now, at this point, we can go ahead and choose loop, and we can go ahead and straighten these like so. And let's go ahead and choose these, and let's go ahead and straighten these up also. There we go. And then we can do the same thing over here. So let's loop these and straighten them. And do something like this. And then we can go ahead and select this and go ahead and choose stitch selected. And we want to make sure that this is over here, and there we go. So now we have this nice and straightened out, and we can go ahead and scale this down. Now we may want to break this up later back into pieces, but I'm not too sure just yet. So let's just go ahead and scale this and place this around the correct area. Now the last piece we need to do is the sort of outer area, the inner area of the radio, just where the wood is. So just on the inside of the wood. So I mean this piece right here. Let's go ahead and select this. So this piece right here. So to deal with that, here's what we're going to do is we're going to open up the UV editor, and we're simply just going to go ahead and actually before we unwrap this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to convert this back to an input poly, and we're going to go ahead and detach this. Okay. And let's invert that selection, choose hide. And the reason for that is we want to have access to these pieces right here, the inner pieces, with ease. So let's add the unwrap UVW, and let's select these, and let's go ahead and choose to uncheck the normalize, and let's go ahead and choose cylinder. Let's go ahead and set this into be the correct orientation and choose fit. And once we've done that, we'll have something that looks like this. Now, at this point, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and take these pieces right here. So let's go ahead and take this. Okay. And let's just convert this to an input poly first. And what I want to do is remove these additional edges here that we seemed to have missed. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, once we've done that, I think that's for all of them. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So once we've done that, let's go ahead and add the unwrap UVW back on top here. And we want to go ahead and select these pieces like so. And let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And there we go. And what we can do here is we can take this and we can go ahead and choose break. And once we've done that, we've got tools, relax, and do something like this. And then we can go ahead and take this entire piece and do the same thing. So tools, relax, and do something like this. And then let's just go ahead and fix this these issues right here where there's a slight little bit of overlap. So I'm just going to move this in. Now, as this is a piece of geometry that is just going to have a flat color, then it doesn't really matter the fact that this is going to be skewed. Now, when I say a flat color, what I mean is there's going to be no texture information, just color information here. So we can get around some of those. We can get around that issue pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and choose stitch selected. Let's undo that. Let's go ahead and choose. Let's try weld selected. So let's go ahead and choose weld selected. Okay, so it's a little too fast. So weld selected. Okay, so target weld. And let's just do this one by one. And make sure we're actually welding the right pieces here, otherwise we'll get some errors. Okay, so once we've done that, we can go ahead and what I'm going to do in this case is, let's say I'm going to separate this to something maybe like this. Let's go ahead and add this in. Let's go ahead and break this. And let's go ahead and move this over here and select all this and scale this in. And scale this all the way down. And do something like this. And let's right click, unhide all, let's choose no for this and convert this to an actual poly, and let's go ahead and attach this back to the main piece of mesh here. Go ahead and add our unwrap UVW and let's see what pieces are left to unwrap for us. I believe the last pieces are going to be the bottom pieces here. So it looks like there's a slight issue here. There we go. So it looks like let's open this. Okay, let's see what these pieces are. Sorry, so these pieces I believe are the feet or the bottom pieces. So for this, all we're gonna do is go ahead and let's go ahead and move this back over here, or wherever this was. I think this was over here, right? Let's move that back into the correct position. Edit UVs. Okay, it's okay. We'll do it later. Okay, so let's just go ahead and move this into position and go to the configure and let's go ahead and choose normalize and turn this off. Let's go ahead and move these like so, and let's go ahead and set them all. Tools, relax, and do something like this. Alright, once we've done that, we can go ahead and scale this down, and then we can start to look at placing these into the UV space. So all right, and let's move these. Okay, so first things first, before we start to move these into the UV space, let's go to tools and select overlaps, and let's have a look. So these are overlaps. Let's go to tools and flip horizontal, and tools, select overlapped, and let's take this and go to tools and flip horizontal and go to try it again. Select overlapped, So set no overlapping and tools and select inverted, no overlaps. Okay, so we have everything unwrapped here. So let's look at how we can start to place these in to this UV space. Now before we do that, we have to deal with an issue with these pieces of geometry right here. So these ones, so where are these? So let's see. Actually, they're gonna be fine. That should be fine. So let's forget about that. Yep. Yep. These are fine. Now I think that overlapped. So yeah, so what we need to do is take these, and I'm just pressing that grow selection here, and I'm just gonna push these down. And I'm gonna push this up. So just growing these selections here, and let's go ahead and move this up. Okay, now let's look at placing these into the UV space. So what we need to do is consider which pieces are important and which pieces are not. So when we look at our radio, one of the most important pieces is this piece here, because this is going to have quite a lot of texture detail. So we're going to go ahead and place this in like so. Now we're going to create a 4K texture, so we can perhaps do something like this, and we should get enough texture resolution in there. Next largest thing is going to be this, which is where the wood is. That's a nice wood green, so let's go ahead and place this in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and set this to that matte black, which I think is quite nice. And I'm going to go ahead and grow this selection all the way. Yep, okay, so it's fine. Now, the wood grain, let's go ahead and rotate this to something like so. And I want to go ahead and push this one like this. Okay, and we can go ahead and let's perhaps scale this up a little. We may end up scaling some of these pieces back down in the end, but I just want to go ahead and do something like this for now. Now, so we have the detail here, we have some detail here. Okay, the next thing is these speaker pieces. So let's go ahead and place these into our scene here. And I'm going to scale these down, and yeah, let's see. So I'm going to place these around here. So I'm just going to scale these up. And move this around a little, and let's go ahead and do something like this. All right. So this is what we have so far. Now the next piece of geometry we want to have a bunch of data on is going to be these pieces right here. So let's go ahead and select these. So let's see, where are these? Okay, so these are over here. Let's go ahead and scale these down. Now, it looks like we had moved those additional pieces, but we didn't move these pieces right here. Okay, so this is going to be the area where the dial sort of like things are, the sort of the grooves. So we can go ahead and move this over here. And let's deselect this, and let's I'm just playing around with the overall sort of location of some of these pieces right now. That, as I said, they may be changed later. Okay, now this piece right here, which is basically just geometry that is going to be a flat color, I'm going to go ahead and do something like this. I'm just going to move this around a little. And okay, I think something like this is pretty good. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to go ahead and place this right on the top here. Now, because it's a 4K texture, I'm going to go ahead and make most of these UVs unique. It may be that we want to... we could have if we'd like gone ahead and had overlapping UVs, but that's something we're not going to do. Let's go ahead and pull this down. Alright, so what's left? So we have the back of our geometry here. So let's just go ahead and place this over here. So this is the back of the radio. We can go ahead and move this over here. Okay, these are the metal pieces that are on the radio. So let's go ahead and move these. And let's go ahead and scale these down to something a little more reasonable. Alright. Alright, let's move this over here. Let's see. I think here is going to be pretty good. And let's see what else is left. So we have this. Okay, so now we have these smaller dials. So let's go ahead and take these. And move these. And let's scale these down. All right, and move this over. And let's see what's next. Okay, so we have, I think the things that are next are the buttons. So let's go ahead and deal with these. Let's go ahead and move these over and push these up. And let's go ahead and move this over here, and over here. And let's move these. And something like this looks to be pretty good. Alright, what's next? Is there anything else? Okay, so I have this big metal piece and the pieces that is supposed to be at the bottom. So let's go ahead and scale these all the way down. I think something like this is going to be pretty good. And then this metal piece right here, let's go ahead and place this into position, and let's scale this down quite significantly, I guess, something like this. And let's keep scaling, 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 scaling. And let's remove the element part of this. Let's go ahead and break this and pull this over. And break this and push this on top. Alright, so we can see that now we have everything packed in. And the last thing to do is just go ahead and start to scale some of these elements to get something that is a little better in terms of getting a better resolution to the pieces that you think are more important. So for me, I'm just going to start to move some of these pieces around. I'm going to perhaps move these up here, and do something like this. Okay, and things like this, the more resolution you have, the better the grooves will appear. Okay, and with a little bit of space here, if we had some extra detail, we could put that in there. But I think for now this is pretty much done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the video here, and in the next video we're gonna start to look at setting up the object here to be baked, and yeah, so we'll have the object ready. We'll go ahead and set up the cage for the baking process, and we'll go up and set up two different maps that we're going to export. One will be the normal map, and the other will be a color map that we can use to as a mask to lay the different textures onto our model. So until then, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.